This is what you're eating. That is plastic, guys.
Okay, have you ever seen watermelon fall off like this? This is a genetically modified fruit. This is not real.
So we heard over the weekend that a woman in Cincinnati bought Walmart ice cream, great value brand, ice cream sandwiches for her kids, left them out in the sun and they didn't melt. It seemed a little odd to me that it's not real ice cream in there. So we're gonna check it out. We're gonna see how long it takes on a sunny day, well, some clouds, but for the most part sunny day, and about 80 degrees for these to melt. So as you can see, now we put an ice cream sandwich out on a little plate out in the sun, and we're gonna see how long it takes for it to melt. The temperature is 78 degrees. 78 degrees. We're gonna see how long it takes to melt. All right, let's check in with an ice cream cone here, or the ice cream sandwich. It's been 20 minutes and we've reached the 35-minute mark. Kind of a clear look there. You get a better shot there. So that's at 1 hour exactly. After 1 hour, the ice cream sandwich looks like this on a hot, sunny day. I don't like it.
The clusters are harvested. While the grapes may be seedless, they do contain a tiny seed trace that can be removed in the lab and nurtured with nutrients and sugars to grow new plants that we call hybrid seedlings. The new seedlings are very delicate, so they're started in test tubes.
Millions of people suffer from food-related illnesses each year. The CDC estimates that out of 48 million cases, 38 million people didn't know what they ate that made them sick.
USA Today food and travel columnist Larry Olmsted is out with a book called Real Food, Fake Food. It exposes the ways Americans are scammed into buying and eating fraudulent food.
Use the analogy that if every time you pulled into a gas station and you thought you were filling your tank with gasoline, you were actually filling your tank with dirty water, which is pretty disgusting.
The coloring they use in making this fake egg has disappeared under heat, but the one of the natural egg, the yolk, is still very okay. The yolk is showing. Here is the yolk in this one now. This one is just like you are frying just the white. And notice the bubble. Notice the bubble. Notice the bubble. This thing is fake.
Nearly 1 out of every 6 dairy cows in the United States are injected with this pharmaceutical drug, which critics call crack for cows. Studies show that it decreases the nutritional content while it increases the amount of antibiotics, the amount of hormones, and the amount of pus. It's marketed by Monsanto under the brand name Posilat. One of the main problems with the FDA review of the drug was that they treated it as an animal drug and didn't look at it as a human drug. So they failed to take into consideration most of the possible health effects.
We've been told that GMOs are safe for human consumption, but as you'll see in just a moment, no long-term studies support their safety, and in fact, show just the opposite. Have you ever wondered about those small stickers you see on fresh produce? Let me show you what those mean. If the number on the sticker begins with a 4 or a 3, it's been traditionally grown. That may or may not be GMO, but it will definitely have been sprayed with herbicides and pesticides. Take this apple. The sticker begins with the number 3. Traditionally raised, sprayed with herbicides and pesticides. But this apple, begins with a number 9. This is your safe and healthy choice. You see, when the sticker on fresh produce begins with the number 9, it means it's organic and will not be a GMO, nor will it have any toxic herbicides or pesticides sprayed on it.
You said you would eat human flesh if someone gave it to you.
Definitely. I mean, not on the corner of the street, but you know, maybe. If I had enough drinks
If it was like farm to table, like we're like, oh, here it comes. I see where it's from.
Why not?
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
I would as well. All right, well, you guys are going to cook it up, and me and Josh are going to eat it up.
The industry-wide secret butchers don't want you to know about. Major suppliers have been caught using a special product known as meat glue to stick together scraps of meat to sell as prime cuts. But while this product has been banned overseas, there's no law prohibiting its use here.
People are going to think, oh, everything's good. I'm going to buy food, and I'm going to eat food, and I'm going to buy meat, and I'm going to eat meat. I'm going to just continue consuming, and I'm going to trust my government and trust the people who I buy the food from. Newsflash, this is 2018. You can't be trusting anything no more. Listen, even the meat, remember, there are lab-grown meats which are being grown in laboratories. Meat that is being grown in laboratory. You can't trust any of these things.
This is an amazing deal for our farmers and also allows them to use cutting-edge biotechnology and eliminates non-scientific barriers.
City of Osaka, known as Japan's food capital, fake or sample food abounds here too.
Fake food overcomes a language barrier?
Exactly.
You point to it and say, this is what I want.
Exactly. And that's how it's been in this country for 70, 80 years.
What I want to speak to you about today is GMOs versus organic food. Right now in America, GMOs are not labeled. And if you think GMOs are just the same as regular food, what you should do, or what everybody should do, is go to Google Images and just put in GMO-fed rats, or GMO-fed pigs, or GMO-fed mice. You'll see that here we have rats with cancerous tumors all over their body. Now, it's approved by the FDA, and these GMOs come to us from Monsanto. They are the primary purveyors of the seeds, and they have patents on them. And then you have to look at who is in charge of the FDA, and it is a Monsanto man. So now we see that seemingly our health is not as important as the welfare of this one corporation.